Welcome back to Opinion Journal. I'm Mary Kissel. Italy's national elections are just around the corner, and as usual, you can't beat that country for drama. Can former leader Silvio Berlusconi actually make a comeback? We've got the Director General of the Istituto, Bruno Leoni think tank in Milan, Alberto Mingardi here. Alberto, let's start off with the incumbents, because voters are influenced by incumbency. How would you rate the performance of the Monti government, and what does that mean for the center-left in Italy?
Well, the Monti government has been very effective in doing one thing, which is restoring the Italian credibility abroad. That depends largely on Mario Monti himself. I mean, it's his persona that was valuable, for making the world, considering Italy, serious again. But the fiscal tightening on the Monti government tenure was basically on taxes. I mean, they did not cut spending as it was needed. It was a difficult majority because everybody was in, left, center, right. Now, Mr. Monti is running in the election as the leader of the centrist coalition. There is a left-wing party which is, going to be winning, most likely, the Democrats of the left, and of course Mr. Berlusconi. So these people that were partners in the Monti coalition now are bitterly fighting each other. So
it's a two-horse race. Silvio Berlusconi, to say that he's had a tumultuous run as the head of the Italian political system might be a bit of an understatement. How does this man continue to lead on the national scene? How is he even a horse in this race?
Well, as always, Italian elections are good fun if you're not an Italian taxpayer. The point with Mr. Berlusconi is that, of course, he's not been a very successful prime minister. He's not been very good at delivering what he promised to the country, actually. But, Italy is a fundamentally right of the center country. It has been for ages. I mean, there is a very strong constituency for the right, basically. People have voted for the Christian Democrats for 50 years. And the Christian Democrats were not exciting. I mean, you cannot remember really a truly exciting Christian Democratic leader. Mr. Berlusconi has been an exciting leader for the time being. Now is no longer. But I think there's a fair amount of the Italian population which is voting for him, basically, because they really fear the prospect of a left-wing government. Having said that, Mr. Berlusconi scored 37% in the last election. This time, the polls give him basically around 20%. So it's a major cat in his grip on Italian population.
We've got less than a minute left. I want to turn briefly to the Five Stars movement, a new party that's gained an enormous following. Does that speak to Italian voters' frustration with their choices, that this new party can gain so much so quickly?
Indeed, it's a party led by a comedian, literally by a comedian. The polls give it basically 18–20% of the votes, which is really a lot. They never ran for election before. Their economic program is a milkshake of some sound ideas and lots of populism. They are voted, they're liked by the Italian people because there is really a deep down frustration, a sense of outrage for the Italian ruling class.
Is Italy governable, yes or no?
Yes, Italy has been governed in the past. I think we had some successful government like the one by Romano Prodi in pushing some kind of reform. Of course, the politics of reform in Italy are even more intricate than in other places. But, the fact that Mr. Berlusconi wasted so many opportunities in the past doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot be an Italian prime minister and actively work to change the country.
Actively working to change the country. We hope someone can. Director General of the Istituto, Bruno Leoni think tank in Milan, Alberto Mingardi. Thank you so much for being with us.